Hello, I'm Ryan Macasera. We are here at the Philippine National Police Headquarters in Camp Crame in Quezon City, where the Joint Task Force investigating the assassination of Negros Oriental Governor Roel Degamo held a press conference about a month after the assassination in Pamplona town, where Governor Degamo, along with 8 others, were killed by what looks like highly trained assassins, and they presented the latest updates in the case. So a month later, there's still no indictment of who many are tagging as the main mastermind, Arnie Teves, in the case. But today, they revealed one of the co-masterminds, who they said is a longtime bodyguard of Congressman Arnie Teves, who has still not yet returned to the Philippines. His name is Marvin Miranda. They say he's a longtime bodyguard and a former military reservist. He was arrested in 2020 and for illegal firearms possession. And news reports at the time said that he was also on his way to Negros Oriental in another alleged assassination plot. So he is the 12th suspect in custody, and so far is the only mastermind who has been sued in the assassination of Governor Roel Degamo. The ILG Secretary Benhur Abalos said Miranda was a missing link and one of the main conspirators behind the plot. The Justice Secretary Boying Rimulya said that he likened the assassination to a movie and said that if Arnie Teves was the executive producer, that Miranda was the director. He was the director, producer of the props and casting director, saying that Miranda recruited the people and he got the weapons and the funding to carry out the assassination plot. So far there are 12 suspects in custody today. They revealed all of the suspects' names, and for those who have been following, I'll just name who are the suspects who were identified by the Joint Task Force earlier. They are Jorek Labrador, Joven Javier, Benji Rodriguez, who were arrested shortly after the slaying of Governor Degamo. A former soldier turned driver, Osmundo Rojas Rivera, Arnil Labradilla, who was an alleged former rebel and killed in hot pursuit operation shortly following the slaying of Governor Degamo and the 8 others in Pamplona town. The other suspects are mostly soldiers with one trainee. So there are 6 others who had recently surrendered to the NBI. They are Estoris Winrich, Rogelio Antipolo, Gonyon Eugelio Jr., John Louis Gonyon, Romel Pataguan, and Daniel Lora. So prosecutors have already filed multiple frustrated murder, and attempted murder charges against the suspect. When he was asked when complaints will be filed against Teves, who they have already been linking to the assassination, Remulla said that he couldn't give an exact timeline and would only follow due process. So this means that it seems they are certain that they will eventually file complaints against Teves in connection to the Degamo slaying, but are still building up a case to make sure that it's solid. That's what Secretary Remulla and DILG Secretary Abalos said about the filing or the indictment of Congressman Arnie Teves. On the involvement of his brother, Pride Henry Teves, they said that he sent emissaries or feelers to the Joint Task Force, but has not been fully. He has not been indicted or has been charged in the Pamplona massacre. But they have raided several of the Teves' properties. One of the properties of Teves was raided recently, where they found weapons that are registered under the name of Congressman Arnie Teves, but they have yet to say if these weapons were the ones used in the Pamplona massacre. So this is fairly quickly, I think, for an investigation into killings that 1 month after it happened, that they have already 12 suspects in custody, and it seems like it's evolving into a grander conspiracy. We have Um, it's still not clear exactly who the other mastermind is, and it looks like they're eyeing political motives for the killing of Degamo. So for those who don't know, Pride Henry Teves, the brother of Congressman Arnie Teves, won the 2022 election and was placed as governor initially from May. He was unseated by the COMELEC later on toward the end of 2022 when when an individual who had a similar name to Governor Roel Degamo, spelling Ruel Degamo, garnered a significant amount of votes. He was declared a nuisance candidate and his votes were awarded to Governor Roel Degamo shortly before the end of the year, and Degamo was placed as governor before he was assassinated several months later on March 4. So they did not say particularly if that was the reason, but we have been covering this the slaying of Degamo, and according to the family, we have a Rappler talk with the governor's wife, Mayor Janice Degamo, who says that they have the Teveses have been allegedly threatening them for months, and that this is not the first time. So they said there were at least 2 or 3 other assassination attempts, and she is very vocal about tagging the Teveses, which the Congressman Arnie Teves, through his lawyer Ferdy Topacio, has denied any involvement and said that he has nothing to gain from by assassinating Governor Roel Degamo. We were there for the funeral of the governor last March 16, and there were thousands of supporters who came out to pay their last respects to the governor and see him be laid to rest. And this, if you go to Newsbreak, we have a story on what impact the assassination of Degamo has on the community. And many people we've talked to said that this made them realize that if the governor, the most powerful individual or the person in the most powerful position in the province can get assassinated, it can happen to anyone. So there are many conversations happening about ending impunity in Negros Oriental and Negros Island, where killings have been a long-running problem for decades. Mayor Janice Degamo has tagged the recent spate of killings to land-grabbing issues, issues involving ownership of land, and landlessness has been a problem in Negros Oriental for a long time. So if you want to read more, you can check out our story on Newsbreak. If you want to review the press con, we streamed it earlier. It's on our YouTube channel and on our website and Facebook and Twitter as well. So you can check that out. And we have a story coming out on the latest suspects arrested. So thank you for staying tuned to our coverage of the Degamo assassination. Stay tuned to our coverage on Rappler. Again, I'm Ryan Macasero. Thank you for watching Rappler Recap.